Hi Aries, welcome back. So Aries, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with during this time frame. It's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and it can be interchangeable. Keep that in mind as well. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. So Aries, when I was preparing for the reading and meditating on the overall energy, I got a few different messages in. The first song that I heard was Can I Get a Connection by One Republic, which is a great song. And I don't honestly remember the full meaning of that song or the lyrics to it, but you might want to look that up. I think it's called Connection. He says, can I get a connection? Can I get a connection? So some of you are looking to connect with someone during this time frame, or they you. Then the second song that came through was Lips of an Angel, with the lips of an angel. That song may be significant to you as well. You could hear either of those songs on the radio, on your social media, whatever, during this time frame. If you do, pay attention to what you were thinking about right before you heard the song, as that may be a sign for you if you can link those two things together. Interestingly enough, I was just listening to that Lips of an Angel song around the campfire this weekend. So it's interesting that it popped back in my mind, as I don't have any Aries in my chart, but like I said, maybe you can relate, check it out. And then the last image I got, which seems very unrelated and bizarre, was a toothbrush. I don't know what the significant meaning of a toothbrush is, but maybe you know. If you know, put it in the chat. But you know, dental hygiene is always important. But there was some sort of, it felt to me like you know when you first meet someone and it's the first time they ever leave their toothbrush at your house, you know, and it's like a significant thing or step in that direction. Some of you, it could literally be that, but it doesn't have to be. But there was some sort of, like I said, significant meaning behind it for some of you. So take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And let's get into the tarot cards and see. So Aries, we're going to look at the overall energy, and then I'm going to go into the recent past, what led up to this, how you perceive each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, your hopes, and the most likely future outcome. So, first card out, or I should say cards, because I got three, was Saturn, Venus, and Chiron. So, this is about using your strength, using your wisdom during this time frame, especially when it comes to love, especially when it comes to relationships right now. So, not getting in over your head, not making impulsive moves towards something, Aries, you know, taking that wise approach of learning from your past and not repeating maybe some things that no longer serve you, okay? This is calling for you to use some sort of restraint or take the more mature approach. And that is the key to the healing that you need within the heart chakra, within relationships, or maybe within this connection for some of you. As this is also talking about personal development, and divinity and generational trauma and the healing of that as well. So that could be something, you know, in addition to this connection that you need to take a look at, or maybe this person needs to take a look at during this time frame. So your overall vibes is the Queen of Pentacles. Whoops. Take those. And their overall vibes is the Seven of Cups. Oh, look, the sun's going to come out today. So this is you steady and standing firm, okay? This is very much an earth energy. Now, some of you could have significant earth placements in your chart, but it doesn't have to be. It's more so about the vibe of the card. This reminds me of the Saturn energy here, which is about, again, bringing in that more disciplined approach, you know, learning from the past and being more responsible with your choices during this time frame, like keeping it grounded, keeping it practical, right? Not letting your heart, you know, they gave me the word whimsy, you know, like not letting your heart do all of the deciding, right? or not going into this more whimsical approach that you might have had in the past, or over romanticizing things. It's like taking the more practical route is what's going to serve you during this time frame, okay? Especially when it comes to this connection. This person is in the Seven of Cups. So they've got choices here that they need to make. And they may be going through things that are quite emotional right now, Aries. As this is a very sensitive energy, but it also can be somewhat of an elusive vibe. So it might be hard to read this person's emotions, or they may even be having a hard time understanding their own feelings, and maybe needing some healing around that, especially when it comes to love relationships. So let's look and see at the recent past, Aries, and what led up to this, and go from there. Let me give it a quick couple of shuffles here. Here are my Aries. This is so interesting. So I have the song "Come On Ride the Train, Choo Choo Ride It" playing in the back of my head, which was a song that came up like 2 or 3 weeks ago in the Aquarian reading. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarian or have Aquarius in your chart. Okay, there might also be communication blockages going on. That's just an observation. All right, so recent past, either way, 10 of Pentacles, nice. Ooh, I got a little mini book here. All right, so 10 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, the 5 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the King of Wands, that's your energy, and the 9 of Pentacles. So this is highlighting the things that made you feel secure in the past, okay? And learning lessons that security really does come from one source and one source only, and that's within you and with your connection with you and your higher self. Some of you got wrapped up in the past, maybe tying too much of your value to your partner, to your relationship, or you know, somehow the relationships that you were dealing with, maybe even with this person, was impacting the value that you felt about self, and that being kind of a toxic thing, really, that you needed to let go of, and then having a hard time with that, maybe wanting things to be different than they were, or you know, having a hard time letting go of things that you knew were no longer serving you, Aries. But then coming to this standpoint, especially as we go into 2022, reclaiming your power here and getting fired up about your next chapter and looking forward to getting back in control of your life and feeling more in control of your life, and kind of moving away from this past energy where it just felt like maybe there was some hopelessness around this, but it doesn't have to be to that degree, although that's the word they gave me, or just this feeling of despair, like, you know, things aren't going to change, or I can't change that. It's that feeling of like, you know, when you look back into the past and sometimes we think like, I wish I could change that, but I cannot change that. And it feels terrible when we do that, because listen, you did the best that you could with what you knew at the time, you know, and that's all you can ever do. And things work out in divine time and divine order. And so no such thing as making wrong choices, all right? All of the choices that you're making are within your divine path, and Spirit is leading you to something that is going to heal whatever this is. But it's kind of letting go of this almost, yeah, toxic. It's like learning a lesson about not wrapping up your value into another person's feelings or perception of you, Aries, or maybe needing a relationship to feel valued, all right? Which I actually feel like Aries are a very independent sign. Very independent sign. So I don't think you get stuck in that trap too often, but if you love someone enough and you're passionate enough, you definitely pride yourself on your partner, you know. Aries are very passionate. You guys know that. And it may not even be around this person. It could have been tying too much of your value in how your grandma saw you, or how your mom saw you. You know, like sometimes we think we're being respectful by that, but sometimes that can be toxic too, because then you start living for what other people want to see of you and not necessarily what is in alignment with you. So let's see this person's recent past. The Tower. The Magician. And can I just say something about that song? Okay, beautiful melody, not going to take it away from the artist. But the song's Lips of an Angel, if you really look into the meaning of it, is toxic AF. He's basically saying, I've got a girl, but I love you, but I'm going to stick with my girl, even though I'm in love with you. To me, this is personal opinion, that's a really toxic relationship pattern. I know some of you might have been in toxic relationship patterns like that. And it doesn't have to be like a third party situation like the song alludes to. But to broaden that, it could be that you were finding yourself in situations, Aries, where you knew that you wanted to do or be something else, but sticking to what was expected through tradition, through other people's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Something about that going on, okay? And that could be on your side or this person's side, but take it as it resonates. Tower, the Magician, the Three of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So this person, Aries, they've recently gone through some big transformations here. I feel like this person has been, they give me the words mixing it up. So right now they might be, or I should say in the recent past, maybe mixing it up in their life. They may feel mixed up in their emotional self. It's like they're trying to manifest more fluidity, more cooperation in their life, but they're having mixed feelings about whatever this is that's going on. It's like they're trying to make the best with the situation or trying to make the best of what they have going on. But then at times feeling like maybe I'm trying to make the best out of something that isn't for me, or this doesn't seem to be working, or sometimes their emotions have them confused and they're not really sure if they're putting in enough time and energy, or if they're putting time and energy into the right avenues or to the right connections. Like, I feel like this person is kind of questioning a lot of different things in their life right now, and whether that is going to create more stability in their life or create more mixed emotion in their life, to be determined, right? So let's look at perception, Aries, and what your perception is of each other. Now keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, so it may be your truth, but it may not be this person's truth, but we'll start there. So Aries, perception. The Hermit, Four of Cups. Woo! Okay, those wanted to come out together. It's the Ten of Cups and then the Three of Swords. So I'm going to keep it that way. So in your perception, some of you have done a lot of spiritual, I guess, digging deep about it, you know, like not taking everything for surface value. This could have been a connection too that had you exploring more of spirituality. Maybe that's how you got into tarot, you know, for some of you trying to figure this out. But this does indicate that you've gone deep about this, all right, for almost too long of a period of time, where at points in time you might have been dwelling, Aries, so much on this that it was diverting your focus from things that really were going well for you in other areas, and maybe the love that you had surrounding you, all right, which happens when we get stuck and fixated on something that's not working for us. We tend to ignore or negate the things that need our response, need our focus, but also the things that are going well for us, right? So it's a sense of like feeling that distraction within your heart, and it kind of taking away from your overall enjoyment or happiness, right? And anytime we start to feel in that rut, where we're no longer appreciating what's currently going on in our life, that is a clear sign from Spirit that we are not seeing things the way that our higher self is seeing it, and that there is a better way to go about this. Your emotions are guiding you always, Aries, into what feels best. And what feels best to you is most aligned with your path. And what feels off to you or the worst to you is the most disaligned from your path. And so that's kind of how Spirit speaks to you, through your emotional compass. And some of you weren't really listening to your emotional compass, wanting something to be different in order for you to feel good, or hoping that something would change so you could feel good. And in all reality, it was more so about taking your focus away from the things that were making you feel this sense of longing or this sense of heartache, and fully replacing that focus with the things in your life that you currently have going well for you. So when it comes to how you see this person, you may feel like this person is, I heard, hard to reach for some of you. It's like, that this person has depth to them. You know that there is either love surrounding them, or there is emotional fulfillment available. But it could be too that everything I just said to you could also apply to them, where you feel like this person was not able to see what was right in front of them, the love that was right in front of them, because they were so focused on other areas or things that weren't working out, or a loss of something, that is very possible. It could be that that's how you see this person. It could be that both were in that boat and you were mirroring each other. So let me see this person's perception of this. And if I do recall correctly, that song is also about having a hard time moving on. You or someone else could be feeling that. The Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles, Five of Wands, the World. So this person is wanting to move forward towards things that have more growth potential, stability. There is an inner conflict here, or they might be going through some family conflict as well. That's for a few of you. But I feel like this person, they want to feel like they've come out on top. This person wants to see things come together. And if they have to fight for it, then I feel that they are willing to do that. But I also get a sense, Aries, as this is falling in their perception of you, that this person may feel like you have moved on, and started investing your time and energy elsewhere. That may ignite something in this person that makes them want to kind of compete or fight for your attention. But there's a little bit of toxic essence to that, like when somebody wants you because you're moving forward, or you seem to be moving forward, what does that say about how much they value you? Think about that. So if that's the case for you, because it could be that this person just likes to be number one, even though they're not going to make you number one, or they just like the thrill of having attention or winning, just feel that out if that's the case. Now, they may also view you that way. Keep that in mind. This can be interchangeable, but I'm picking it up more so on this person's side. Yeah, so let's go into the emotional space and see where we're at with that. That song keeps playing in the back of my head. My girl in the next room. Sometimes I wish he was you. I don't know why I have such a disdain for that song. And if you love that song, hey, to each their own. To me, it's just like, I don't know. If you like it, you like it. I won't give my personal opinion, right? We'll keep it on the tarot, but, I just don't like the message that song sends. It over romanticizes a third party situation when third party situations are tricky, right? Because almost no one comes out of it unscathed, unhurt. That's just what happens when you try to split your energy, between two different relationships. You also split yourself, almost rip yourself in two, and I know it happens, right? And I don't have any judgment towards this. Like, listen, all of us could find ourselves in a situation like that, okay? But it's just, the longer you hold on to that, the harder it gets. And that's why I don't do third-party readings. But I don't know why I'm going into that, other than maybe, like, some of you can relate to that, or someone going through this, and maybe it help you understand a little bit more as to why it hurts so much. All right, so 10, if you're not going through that, don't worry about it. 10 of Wands, the Fool, the Tower in the emotional space. What's the Tower about? Queen of Cups. So, Aries, emotional space. It's gotten heavy, right, over time. Well, some of you, that song does apply. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sugarcoat this. But it got too heavy, didn't it? And eventually you may have wanted to be released from that because it's too emotional. And there's a lesson to be learned there if that's the case, right? For others of you that may not be in that situation, or energetically speaking, there's just a lot of heaviness here, and like just coming to this conclusion emotionally of like, F it, some of you, it's like, if I have to destroy this to have a new beginning, then so be it. Some of you may have felt that way. It's just like this upheaval of emotion coming through here, Aries. And a second here. Some of you feeling like you've struggled, to kind of move past this emotional phase, right? But it still hurts. Like, some of you have worked really hard to refocus yourself, rebalance yourself. But if you let yourself go there, if you start dwelling, or maybe even like listening to songs and stuff that bring up old memories, it's like it's still there. It still has the ability to shake things up within inside of you, whatever this heaviness is here. Some of you feel like, the relationship possibly was a struggle just to get it off the ground, only for it to crash again. Which is usually a sign that it's not what you think it is. Meaning, this may be a karmic relationship. But, only you would know that. It's a general read. All right, 7 of Pentacles and the way this person feels. King of Wands. Queen of Swords. Whoa! The Sun. The High Priestess. So Aries, and this person's emotional self, They've done a lot of time thinking and contemplating, maybe putting time and effort into their surroundings or things that they feel they have more control over. This person is getting into this more clear and confident space, connecting with their happiness and feeling more aligned than they have in the past. So really interesting, because your energy seems to be much more I don't want to say darker, but definitely more emotional, I guess, than this person's. Where it's funny because we started out the reading in the opposite, with them feeling more emotion. So this person is right now trying to place all of their focus onto the things that make them feel more assured of themselves. And trying to place all of their focus onto the things that make them feel more aligned, more happy. It could be after going through this period of some sort of emotional confusion here. And then this person getting to this point of kind of closing the gap or figuring it out what it is that they want. It could be that someone's moved on here and someone else hasn't. There's just a lot going on in this person's emotional space about what it is that they want to continue to invest their time and energy into. I feel like this person does have you, Aries, in their energy or in their heart space or in their mind. It could be that they're looking, towards creating more of a happy environment around the connection or around their life in general. But this person is trying to follow their intuition right now the best that they can. So what are the hopes here? Ooh. Now I got the song, Say My Name. Say my name, say my name. That's the hope. Six of Swords. Some of you want to move past this. Some of you are in the process of moving on right now, or in the process of at least detaching yourself from the need to know something, is what I'm hearing, in order for you to move on. It's like kind of gathering yourself together here, Aries, and wanting to kind of move into the next chapter, which I do feel looks a lot brighter for you, but you've learned a lot. You've definitely become wiser over this. That's for sure. This person is looking for the Ace of Wands, so they're hoping for, can I get a connection? Can I get a connection? This person's looking for a sense of connectedness. That's where that song came from at the beginning. This person wants to feel connected. Okay, whether that be in relationships with you or just in a general sense, wanting to feel more connected with themselves. And I do get a lot of self energy here. This person very much focusing on themselves right now. But then there's this desire for connection as well. So what is the most likely future outcome, which can be changed with free will, of course. Most likely future outcome. The Chariot. Ooh, the Ace of Wands out again. The Three of Cups. Okay. Justice. Now, some of you, and then the Soulmate card. So, some of you are headed towards, all right, there's two different ways I can see this. Some of you are headed towards a new relationship that has a lot of passion and it brings more balance into your life. Or connecting maybe with friends and family during this time frame that's helping you to feel more balanced in your energy. Now, there's another group of you that are wanting reconciliation or headed toward reconciling. Okay, the passion in this connection, which is bringing more balance. And then there's a very few of you that are trying to avoid a third party, or you're being advised to avoid a third party, even though there might be a heavy attraction component here. It's like, you can go towards that, but there will be a karmic lesson in that as well. This person's most likely future outcome. 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, the Devil. Four of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. So, Aries, whoever you're connecting with, this person has this, they have this toxic trait, right, of pulling on other people's strings when it comes to, I don't know if it's guilt tripping. Listen, we all have toxic patterns. We just do. We're human. All right, so I'm not judging the person. This person has this habit, though, of, like, they know how to pull on people's heartstrings. They could be emotionally somewhat manipulative, or it's like they play the victim, or I don't want to be alone, or that type of energy. But then they're the cause of their aloneness, or they heard the servant and the master. It's like they're also kind of the cause of their own undoing. Something like that. This person wants to get it together, though. Okay, so I feel like sorry, I'm getting a few different messages. There's this energy here, Aries, of like this person wanting to kind of keep, okay, I'm just going to say what's coming to my head. Keep their claws in you, keep you attached, keep you attracted to them. At the same time, they want their cake and eat it too, maybe. Or like this person plays the victim when actuality they're doing just fine. Or they, they know how to pull on your heartstrings possibly. And somehow that gets what they want. I'm not saying they're like this all of the time, but this could be their toxic trait. Now, it could be that they're doing some spiritual work around that, and that's helping them to kind of, I guess, see how that doesn't serve them to do that to another person. But it could be that they still have yet to heal that or learn that, okay? It could just be that there's a very magnetic pull to this person for whatever reason, and it could be like the martyr syndrome, or wanting to help this person, or they might have that syndrome where they want to help, but it's got a toxic component to it that still needs to be healed. And during this time frame, that's what they're pointing out is needing the most attention. In the meantime, I do feel like this person is having periods of time where they're feeling more uplifted, feeling more confident, doing a lot of work on themselves. Okay. If you have heavy emotion for this person, Aries, they know, I heard, play you like a fiddle. And I don't, like I said, I think Aries is a very independent sign. I don't think you're easy to play. But when you really care about someone, then we all have that capacity, right? So I would just be careful what you're lending your emotions and your focus to during this time frame. If it don't feel right, then it's not right. You know what I'm saying? If it don't feel good, then it ain't good. It's just simple as that, right? So Spirit wanting you to go towards the connections that do feel good to you, that do bring you a sense of satisfaction here, and all will be well. But you have free will, and your free will is your ability to give attention to the things that hurt you or to give attention to the things that make you feel good. And that's where you come in. See, only you can pivot one way or the other. And so the guidance is to pivot towards the things, people, places, whatever, thoughts that make you feel good. So let me see what the law of attraction has to say about this connection, and then we're going to leave it there. That was a misfire. Whoa, that most definitely was not. Okay. I can always enter my vibrational vortex of creation. The key to getting inside your vibrational vortex of creation, of experiencing the absolute absence of resistance, of achieving complete alignment with all that you become and all that you desire, and of bringing to your physical experience everything that you desire, is being in a state of appreciation. And there's no more important object of attention to which you must flow your appreciation than to that of yourself. So this is a reminder that you get what you focus on, and to focus on the things that you appreciate about yourself, and everything else will flow after that. All right, so Aries, wow. Never a dull moment, right? If this resonated, awesome. Do let me know. Zodiac signs that you could be dealing with: Capricorn, Leo, Cancer. I wanted to say Sagittarius as well. Scorpio, Capricorn again. I got Aquarius vibes earlier. Virgo, Scorpio again. Aries, Libra, Cancer. Those are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it could be any zodiac sign as it is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to give me a like, share, and please subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live there as well. I have videos over there, etc., etc. All of them are Tarot Time with Dana, but also linked in the description as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can also find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, Aries. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.